Hello everyone, welcome back to the TJOmega channel, and we're gonna do another opening of an old toy today. So this is a rather infamous one for me because we have spoken about this toy line very negatively in the past because, okay, we're just gonna be frank, this is one of the worst Transformer toy lines ever, but supposedly, the alien ones are some of the best, and I have had limited experience with them. I do have a few of them to know of such things, but yeah. Apparently, Axe here is one of the better ones. So, I happen to be at an antique mall, like a little one, and there's this one room off to the side in such this antique mall where the guy just has a bunch of old collector's toys, and sitting amongst a bunch of just random stuff, anywhere between the 50s to like 10 years ago, and then across from two Beast Machines Cheetors still in box, I happened to spot Axe here. And I thought, you know what? I don't have much familiarity with these, and this is supposedly one of the good ones, so let's see how one feels fresh out of the box. Now, for disclosure, this has apparently been opened, though I can't quite tell if this was tape rot or if someone actually cut it and then put it right back into the box. I wouldn't be surprised if someone just opened this up, tried to mess with it one time, and then immediately put it back in the box the way it was to sell off or return to a store. Either way, I felt today was an appropriate day to actually take a look at this, because we have not done a random opening in a while, and this one is almost 30 years old. Okay. Judging from that dried up piece of tape right there, I'm going to assume tape rot. So if we look here, okay, yeah, the bag is still sealed. Bag is still sealed. Let's actually, you know what? No, let's dig into this, because there's really no rhyme or reason to anything that we're doing in an episode like this. So yeah, let's just kind of see what's going on. So here's instructions. I'll probably need them because this is a weird toy. Okay, this is when the Star Wars line was in full effect. So the toy itself, by the way, is from 1999. So we are dealing with something about 26 years old at this point. So yeah, I guessed a little bit high with my, this is when they were going back and fixing the Wave 1 basic figures from Power Over the Force. So they actually have normal proportions instead of being like, I don't know, like like juiced up on Venom or something. Ooh, look at that. We got vintage shots of the Fusors. Love to see that. We got Year 3 Transmetals. Always nice. Beast Wars Deluxe is right there. So this would have been right with the transition between, their 1998 assortment and their 1999. So this is all the, series, like Transmetal 1s, no Transmetal 2s on any of this. Interesting. Okay, and then we have some Batman and Robin. The movie was fresh. The Night Force Ninjas, because, that's what you want out of Batman. Famously haunting villains in the night. Bright neon green armor. What's over this? Winter starting lineup. 2 toy lines that died a horrible death and have no collectability now, unless it's very specific people. Nerf. God, Nerf used to look so much cooler. The Nerf tech bows were so freaking cool. Oh my god, the 90s Nerf bows were so freaking cool. They're small soldiers. The toy line that came to life in the movies. Man, I forgot how much they did for that. They actually had a slot car set. Okay, forgot all about that. Okay, I love memory lane stuff like that. I love stuff like... Okay. Now, it's an older toy, so we get to deal with the dreaded twist ties. So any collector who got into Transformers in, say, the last 10 years has never had to deal with the horrors that are the original twist ties. They are metal core and plastic coated, which meant they were very, very secure at holding a toy into place, but frankly, way too secure. I mean, to an unnecessary degree. Like, we know, like, the little plastic bands we have now, They do a fine job. They do a decent job getting the toy to stay on its card back so it doesn't go anywhere during shipping. So this proved to be exceptionally excessive. And you also ended up with like Gorgian knots like this because these were all machine tied. This one isn't so bad, but it's like really, it's curved around itself, so unlooping it's annoying. But yeah, like this is the kind of stuff we fought to figure out ways of getting around this. Nail clippers turned out to be the solution because we were kids on the internet trying to figure out how to do this without wire cutters. Because that's not something mom and dad would normally get you. So, let's go ahead and get all of this out. Oh, he's got ones on the bottom too. Okay. For the sake of expediency, let me get some things just trimmed and cut here. Here we go. Get off, untie. This is what made this so annoying. Because they were too secure. They held on too tight to the point where it was annoying getting a toy out of the packaging. Like, you were so excited to get a brand new Transformer that, like, this was such a frustration. Just getting in the way and just holding you up from actually getting to play with something. Like, if you were, like, the kind of kid who just could not wait to get home to open up your toy, and you just did it, like, in the car on the way home, like, you could not get through that on the drive home. It was so annoying. Okay, let me get a feel for him, and I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, the legs are actually, the joints are actually a little bit softer than I would actually expect for something that's brand new in box. That actually has me, like, kind of curious if this was played with and put back in the packaging. Because, like, especially, like, these, right? Like, look at that. Like, that's under its own weight. Oh, God, that's not good. That's not good. Axe, you were supposed to be one of the good ones. So, like, one of the reasons I do this is like randomly take these figures that are unopened and try to give them, like, a little bit of playtime is I want to experience what these toys were like when they were first put out on the toy shelves. Because, you know, you can just go ahead and get these off eBay, you know, and I got this for like $25 at the antique store, like, because, like, these are not exactly high demand, high value toys. So for me, well, geez, for me, like, the curiosity is, like, for me, like, $25 for the curiosity is worth it. $25 to share with you guys is worth it. If I were to pay more for this online, this would be annoying, but if I were to pay for a loose one online that would have been a similar price than this, I would have been perfectly understanding of all of those joints being so loose. Here, it is a lot more frustrating. This is a quadruped. Like, a quadruped toy should have even less difficulty standing up, both because you've got twice as many legs to work with, but also you are working with, like, you're working with differently distributed weight. I don't know, it's wow, okay. Okay, Axe, okay. Just as soon as I think I have reached, like, the worst complaint I could have about you, you go and lose your head. How dare you? How do I even get this back on? There's a cover here that's, like, taking up all the space. Jeez. I was just trying to, like, adjust the head. Okay, God, it feels weird. It's like, I can't, like, get him into, like, a position that makes me feel comfortable about, like, the angle of things. Let me see if there's something, like, if there's a way I should have his, like, body positioned here. Just in case. Oh my God, it's 8 steps. Oh my God. You remember, like, when a mainline Transformer was this simple to do? And he's so alien. I kind of expected him to be way more complicated than that. 8 steps. And, like, in 1999, this was considered intermediate difficulty for conversion, which, by the way, yeah, even in 1999, they were using the word conversion instead of transform. Legally, the more you use a term, the harder it is to defend as a trademark, because you risk it becoming a generic phrase. So that is why they use conversion all the time. That's why they always say convert. Convert. Okay, so I don't have any idea of how he is supposed to stand. We can consult the box. Yeah, his legs are just very far forward. Yeah, so it's, I guess, supposed to be like this, because I'm genuinely, I'm trying, Axe. I'm trying to give you the best shot I can possibly give you. Like, no matter what, it feels like his legs are shorter than they should be. Like, he feels very stumpy, doesn't he? Like, okay, he's an alien, so I literally have no right to say how he should be shaped. But my brain is thinking centaur, and this is far from centaur proportions. Oh, okay, but let's see what else play-wise. Like, he does have these, like, flip-out claws. So, okay, you've got that going for you. You've got biceps, you've got elbow, you've got ball-jointed shoulders, and 4 ball-jointed hips. Everything, all 4 ankles are ball-jointed. You've got swivels here. You got swivels on both legs. I will give it credit. The legs are exceptionally articulated for 1999. It's just a matter of those joints and just not being tight enough. And then we have the tail in the back, which actually has enough flex in its limbs to actually get curves out of. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. It seems like they just wanted to line up the joints so that you could flex the tail and have sting motions like that. But it actually gives you a lot of freedom. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but it's kind of cool. Alright, let's see what I have to do to transform this guy. Okay, so looks like the chest has to pop off and come down. I'm not sure where it's supposed to pop off, though. Looks like these round parts stay in place. So let me... Oh, no, they're trying to go with. They're trying to go with. That's not what the instructions are telling me to do. Ah, there we go. It's a loud snap to that. I did not like that. I see springs. We got some spring-loaded feature. Alright, so we bring all this all the way around. It's doing something else. Oh, no. This doesn't go all the way around now at first. No, now we have to drop this and we have to split the scorpion tail. Being stuck together for 26 years, a lot of these connection points are really frozen. And I don't want to, like, necessarily break the toy. Obviously, I don't want to break the toy, but, oh, it's being stubborn. Oh, it's being stubborn. Okay, there we go. Whew, boy. I think it's because some of these pegs actually have, like, factory paint on them. So some of them are actually, like, paint stuck after all this time. Okay, so it wants us to get those open. I see the hinges where that is supposed to fold out. So we fold that out like that. Then this is supposed to come all the way out like that. See, and after that, the arms on the torso are supposed to come down on this axis, like here. So that kind of falls all the way down. So I see where they're creating more legs for the scorpion. Go, bag got stuck to the instructions. Okay. Chest now has to come down. The chest. Alright, so, like, literally, I feel like his entire body is just unfolding to create more scorpion legs. Okay, so this is where the spring-loaded stuff comes into play. I'm not sure how, what it's supposed to do. I guess. Oh, so, okay, so you open it up, and then you have a button that, like, quick clamps down. Okay, so that's the idea. That's the idea. Okay, this is a cheat. This is a cheat, because it's basically just telling you to, like, hinge the alien head all the way in until you can just kind of close everything up around it. And these antennae are actually supposed to go through these gaps. Hang on. Hang on. They are a little bit soft. Can you please poke through the gaps instead of getting stuck? I would like to actually see what this scorpion is supposed to look like by the end of this video. No. They're going to be stubborn. Okay. Is it positioning? No, it's just, they just don't quite fit. They're literally just like a little bit too thick for this. Can I like, okay, there we go. That's how it should be done. Yeah, see, instructions not good at that. Instructions said do not move head, but that is exactly how you had to make that work. I think everything else is mostly just... Yeah, I think everything else is mostly just arranged into shape of scorpion. So, we get all of the legs outward. Never mind that the scorpion has a few hooves. We'll ignore that part. Yeah, we'll do... Yeah. Because I feel like, okay, I've got scorpion claws here in the front, but they're not really, like... They're not very big, and they're, like, his smallest limbs, which I feel is, like, antithesis to a typical scorpion. I'm also, like, I'm not getting a lot of, like, range out of the ball joints for this. Like, it wants me to... Like, it wants me to do that to all of the legs, but I'm not getting a lot of flexibility to make that happen. Yeah, like, literally... Okay, see it? Okay, so... Get that one. That one. I am not going to do this exactly as the instructions say. I am just trying to get this into some semblance of the correct shape. Realizing that this video is going longer than I wanted it to. Let's see, do I have a... Okay, I guess I just rotate all of this until it's there. Oh my god. Okay, I think this is as close as we're going to get. Okay, and then last one. Okay. Okay, so there's our scorpion. There is the scorpion. I'm sure there's a better way to arrange the limbs than that. I will give its credit where credit is due. I do like the metallic airbrushing done across it. It makes it, gives it really this good look of, like, having a proper carapace. I do like the texturing that they did. So, like, that gives it much more organic look. I do like that. Looks like he's got a lot more flexibility. There's a ton of joints in the tail, which I do appreciate. I mean, it suffers the same problem that Scorpion toys usually do, and, like, it has a struggle to get the sting all the way to the front, because a typical Scorpion would rear up on its back in order to give its tail the range it needs to strike in the front. Obviously cannot do this here. The spring for the... Okay, does the missile still work after all this time? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do I have an in right? Oh, there we go. There we go. I was going to say, the missile, like, the spring for it has not been, like, compressed for 26 years. I was hoping it would still work. Clearly, articulation-wise, we've got plenty to work with. We got the little pinchy gimmick, because he needs this little pinchy gimmick, apparently. Here, where's my... Right there. You know what? I will accept pinchy gimmick. I think pinchy gimmick is better than, like, I'm hiding a bee in my claw. God. So, okay. So, I will say, it's a weird transformation with a lot more steps than 8. I would count each pair of legs as an individual transformation, unlike what this decided to do. Keep in mind, step 8 of its transformation was fire missile. So yeah, having like one step devoted to making sure 8 individual legs have actually been adjusted to the correct position, yeah, no, that's not one step. Hasbro lying to me 26 years ago. I don't know. This is described as one of the good Animorph toys, and while I'm sure I could give it a better shake if I was going a little bit slower and not trying to keep everything in focus on a camera, I'm not wild about this, unfortunately. There's cooler Scorpion Transformers out there, and a lot of them, to be frank. I mean, I give Animorphs credit. They had a very difficult task to do. And this physically is not a bad attempt at that if you are an Animorphs fan. The unfortunate thing is just, I don't know if the joints just got looser after 26 years, or if, because they haven't been doing anything. They didn't physically wear down, so literally, like, the tension in the plastic would have had to have given out after all this time. Whatever the reasoning, right out of the box, the articulation was way too weak, and it really did keep me from actually experiencing this toy properly, which is very unfortunate. Now it just kind of looks like a squashed bug on my stage. But that's my experience with Axe. That's what it was right out of the box. Granted, if someone out there had better quality control back when this first came out, let me know. Did yours actually have legs that allowed it to stand up? Because for that should not be something this is lacking. But that is it for me today. I'm happy I got to share this experience with you guys. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and as always, I will see you next time.
Hello everyone, I am Astral Agent Magnetar, a Tokusatsu VTuber, and I am streaming 4 times a week over on Twitch, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday afternoons, and a special late night one on late Friday/early Saturday. So come watch, come hang out, and let's make an impact together.